Hello, I'm making a live video today about smoothies, fat-burning, yummy smoothies. My name is Terry Hope. I'm the Keto Mama from KetoMamas.com. The very first thing I would do is go to KetoMamas.com, look under recipes, under breakfast ideas, and this chocolate smoothie is on there. So you don't have to remember everything I say in this video. You can just go there and look. There's a vanilla smoothie too. And that's the wonderful thing about smoothies is they're so versatile. You can put so many different things in them and make them healthy and delicious. So this one's a chocolate one. I start out with some spinach, and I just take a handful. I buy it in big bags at Costco because it's already washed and ready to go. And a handful of spinach for one person, like that, is about 2 cups. But I don't, worry. I just put a handful in. And you might think, I'm never going to eat all this spinach. You can definitely get smaller bags. And you don't want to overdo spinach anyway because it is an oxalate, so it binds with your minerals. And eating too much raw spinach can actually contribute to kidney stones, interestingly enough. But a lot of people try to get some good fresh vegetables in their diet, and this is not too much. This is a good amount of some vegetables to have in your meal. Now, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon my time, and I'm starting to feel like I need to eat something. I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat breakfast. This will be my first meal today. And so I put some spinach in. I do half an avocado. Now, if you've ever used avocados, or if you haven't used them, you can find a ripe one by pushing on it, and if it's kind of soft, if it gives a little bit, then it's ripe. Another way to test it is this little thing right here. You can actually pull it out, and if it's a nice bright green color, then it's ripe. Of course, you want it to be that color plus soft. This one I'm going to let go another day. But I already have my half avocado here, and you can scoop it out or the peel comes off really nicely if it's ripe. So I'm just going to peel the peel off and stick it in there. So if I'm making for more than one person, then I would probably do the whole avocado, but half of an avocado is plenty for one person, and that gives you that nice healthy fat from the avocado. Now, when you're on the keto diet and you're keeping your carbs low, you want to keep your fats high, and they have to be healthy fats. So another healthy fat that I add to my smoothie is canned coconut milk. And the reason I get canned is because it has all the good fat in it. A lot of times if it's like a coconut beverage or coconut milk, maybe in a carton or something, it doesn't have the number of the fat that you want. Like this, in just a third a cup of this is 12 grams of healthy fat. And I buy this Thai Kitchen Organic brand at Costco because it's cheaper that way. I can get a box of 6 of them. So I have some measured out already. You can obviously put as much or little of coconut milk in it as you want. My recipe online I think calls for a cup. This time I'm only putting in a half a cup. And then I have a cup of water and a cup of ice in here. So I'm just going to add that too. And another thing that I add to my smoothies is just a pinch of pink Himalayan salt because it has the nutrients, trace minerals. It's really the healthiest salt on earth, they say, because it's up in the Himalayan mountains, it hasn't been contaminated. So you can buy a big thing of pink Himalayan salt at Costco for $6. So I like that too. I add it to my lemonade, my homemade lemonade. You can add a pinch of salt to your water. You want to replace those minerals when you're on keto, especially. So this helps you get the sodium replacement that you need. Now, another thing to replace minerals that you can add to your smoothies is this is something I take. It's a tropical vanilla flavor, and it has my minerals in it. So I'm just going to add a scoop to my smoothie because it tastes good, and this is a good way to take it. Another way that I take this is at night before I go to bed because it helps me sleep because it has a lot of magnesium in it. And magnesium is something that you need on the keto diet. Everybody needs magnesium. In fact, over 70% of people are deficient in magnesium in general. So this will help so you can sleep. It also helps not have sore muscles. It also helps with constipation. Some people complain about that on the keto diet. So replacing the minerals is really good. So I'm just going to stick these in here because this is a nice way to take these. And another thing about minerals is you really want to find ones that are plant-based and highly absorbable. Most supplements that are in the store have very low absorbability. So they might be colloidal form, which is where they actually take it from rocks. And that's not the way that our body takes minerals in. It needs to be a plant-based form. And the one I take is highly absorbable, so I know I'm getting my money's worth every day. My body is able to absorb it. So this is a chocolate smoothie. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of cocoa powder and sweetener. Now I have lots of different sweeteners here. One that I like is Stevia. It is an organic brand, and I buy it online on Amazon, but this is just organic erythritol and organic stevia. So this goes a long way. You need a lot less of this than other things. For instance, a half teaspoon of this equals 5 teaspoons of sugar. So this is a nice substitute that goes far. I like this in tea, any drinks really. My lemonade stuff is really good. I don't notice any aftertaste when I put it in drinks. Sometimes stevia has a little bit of a bitter taste to it. This is another one I like. This is Splenda Naturals, not to be confused with Splenda. Splenda is an artificial sweetener, but they make this natural brand for people that know that this is much healthier. And this is just erythritol and stevia. Some brands, like there's a Truvia brand that I've used, but it has erythritol, stevia, and natural flavors, which I don't know what those natural flavors are. Sometimes they say that to not tell you what they really are, and I like to know everything exactly that's in it. So this is nice for that. Splenda Naturals, it's a crystallized form, so it's really good because you can use this in lots of desserts as a sugar replacement. This is half the amount, so a teaspoon of sugar would be a half teaspoon of this. And I'm actually going to use this today, and I'm just going to put a tablespoon of this in my smoothie. Another sweetener, and this is what's on my online video, sorry, my battery is going down, is sweet drops. So I think in this chocolate smoothie online is a couple of teaspoons of vanilla sweet drops. They have other flavors. This is a caramel sweet drops. This is called Sweet Leaf. This is great for liquid drinks to add, or if you're looking for something to add some sweetener to that doesn't have that crystallized sugar, then this is, that consistency, that's a good option. Another thing you can add to your smoothies is some protein powder. This one is Garden of Life Raw Organic Protein. It's a vanilla flavor, and I just got this at Costco, but this only has 1 net gram of carbohydrates per serving, and it has 22 grams of protein. So if you want some extra protein, then you could add some protein powder. A lot of recipes in keto will add some protein powder instead of other carbs, other things that maybe you could use protein powder as a substitute sometimes in recipes. So this is a nice one to have. It's organic. It's also good for vegetarians and vegans because it's all plant source. So that's nice. So I'm going to add that today. You definitely don't need to add that. You could add some cream. If you taste it and decide I want it a little creamier, you could add a little cream or just more coconut milk if you don't do dairy. So there's so many options, but this will give me all that healthy fat that I want. So let's stir it up and taste it. Make sure I'm plugged in. Okay. There we go. And I usually taste it for sweetness and creaminess. That's what I like to judge it by, is how sweet or creamy it is, because that's what makes it good for me. So it's a great sweetness and it's a good consistency, and it's creamy, so it's good. So let's pour this up. This is for one person. I usually double this for my husband and I, or my daughter does keto too, so sometimes we'll make more that way. But this, look at that. Yummy, chocolatey. It's going to sustain you. So all this good fat will keep you until your next meal. Yummy. So many delicious ideas and recipes out there. There's no reason that you can't have lots of ideas quickly for keto. You can whip this up so fast for a meal. You can take it with you to work. Save it till you're ready to eat. If you're not ready to eat, one thing in keto is you don't eat unless you're hungry. So don't just eat because it's time to eat. Wait till you feel like you really need to, it's time to eat. So go to ketomamas.com, join my private Facebook group. Lots of free information and support there. And message me at any time. You can friend me, message me with any questions, or you can even email ketomamadvice@gmail.com. Thanks so much, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.